Welcome to Fresno CityVision. I'm Heather Hanks. If you've ever tried to figure out the right number to call to get service information from the City of Fresno and about our programs, we have the answer you've been looking for. All you have to do is call one easy-to-remember number for assistance with any city issue. That number is 621-CITY. My guest on this edition of Fresno CityVision is Peggy Heinemann, the City of Fresno's One Call Center Manager. Welcome to the show, Peggy.
Well, thank you, Heather. I'm glad to be here.
Tell me, is 621-CITY really the only number we need to call to get information?
No, actually it really is, because with one number we can reach any department, any division within the city. I tell people to put it in their cell phones when they see something on the streets like graffiti or a street sign that's down. Just be able to pull over quickly and tap that on their phone, and they'll get 621-CITY, and we can help them with any issue that they have.
And keeping in mind, of course, that 911 is still absolutely the number to dial in case of emergency. But other than those issues, does the staff in your team really know the answers to all our questions?
That's a good question. Our staff members are trained and retrained. Our staff members probably are experts in so many areas of the city. We have trainings that go on weekly. We have department heads, there are department people that come in and train our people on a regular basis. There are lots of changes going on in the city. And with the 621-CITY, with the call center, we are at the hub of those changes, so we can then direct people to where they can meet their needs.
What happens if they actually don't know an answer? Then what?
If they don't know an answer, and the goal, Heather, is to help them on their first call. That's really important. If the call center representatives do not have the answer, then what they do is they will put the person on hold, make the phone calls for them to get deeper into the city if they need to. If it's going to take a longer period of time than is reasonable and that is best for the caller, then we'll actually call those people back with the answer.
Excellent. So tell me, why was this service created to begin with?
It's really neat because a lot of people have had a really negative feeling about government, big government. Government doesn't care about us people, the regular citizens. And the mayor at the time wanted to brand the city as being a city that cares. And so they started the One Call Center to actually give a warm handoff to people when we have to get them over to people within the departments. We want to handle these people with care. We consider our callers like our clients. They're important. Their issues are important to the city. And I think we've been able to better serve the public.
And it's nice to have a live person to speak with and explain your needs and feel like you're being taken care of. What are some of the most common types of calls that you get in the call center? Well,
we're starting summertime now. So in the summertime, we have a lot of graffiti calls that come in, and we have a lot of one of our high volume is abandoned vehicles. We have a lot of people who are out there working on the cars, leaving their cars even up on jacks in the street, and we have a lot of people who call in concerned that a vehicle may be parked in front of their home for over say 72 hours. We also have a lot of calls on water conservation. Right now, that's a big issue. And when people see that maybe somebody went on vacation, left their sprinklers on, not all sprinklers are on timers. We oftentimes have people calling us if there's water running down the streets. What is really neat about our service is that we try to engage our callers to be proactive in maintaining their area of their little community and maintaining it for sidewalk repair. Many times if they're driving down the street and they can't see the car coming one way and the vision is blocked, that's a perfect time to get on their cell phone and report that there's overgrown bushes. A lot of times right now we have a lot of foreclosures, so we have a lot of people who are calling about abandoned homes, homes that have fire hazards with overgrown weeds. So there's a variety of different reasons why people will call. They also call for if they're doing renovations and if they're doing home improvements, they need permits, or they want to do special events. Maybe they want to have a block party or a bigger event for their organization. So there's lots of different ways to call. We always say, if you have a question, don't hesitate. Give us a call. That's what we're here for.
So along those lines, obviously basic reporting gives you a chance to have direct access with the city. What are some services that residents may not know that they could find by calling 621 City?
Well, right now, the special events is a big thing. There's a lot of different avenues that they need to be able to get permission, get authorization. And right now, during the summertime, spring, summer, and fall is a big time for special events. Don't hesitate to have the viewers give us a call. And I also think that with planning and development, it's such a comprehensive department with lots of things happening. So people may have a question or they just don't know what to do. Give us a call and then we can direct or find the information for them. We also have people who don't know if it's a city issue or if it's a community issue or a county issue. Mm-hmm. So we have a lot of people who will call us with questions about the community, whether it's we have a lot of people who think that the city is the one who has the birth certificates and marriage certificates, and that's not. That's the county. Mm-hmm. So we actually connect them or direct them over to the county. So basically, when in doubt, give us a call, and we can help that person find the answer or get the service that they need.
Let's talk about the specific service and the details of your call center. Is it operational 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? Is there always someone there to answer our calls?
That's another good question because we have our staff our staff are highly trained within the departments, as I was sharing with you. They are working from 8 to 5 o'clock. Okay. After 5 o'clock, through many things are happening with the city that people still may need to have some service or some help with. We have an exchange service who takes the calls after hours from 5 o'clock until the next 8 o'clock the next morning, and on weekends and on holidays. And then the morning when we get in, those are the calls that we actually have tickets that are made, and we actually service those requests first thing in the morning.
You've been at this a few years now. Would you say that 621 City is successful?
You know, I think it's very successful. When we talk about how our customer service is for the callers who call in, they are so grateful that they no longer have to go through the yellow pages or the blue pages. They no longer, even the ones who are computer savvy, sometimes that takes time, especially with as complicated as some of the issues. So just by calling that 621 City number, there are times that we actually get on the computer and do the research for them right when they're on the phone. And I really get a kick out of the people who call. They're a lot of fun. We have people who call on a regular basis because they take ownership of their areas, and it's exciting what's happening. Another thing that's really neat about the 621 City, the one call center, that is successful is that our internal customers, with us working within our departments, it draws us closer. We understand each other, and we're able to work very closely as a team. And the calls that come in is very important to know that the reasons we actually ask for the name, telephone number, information about what the issue is, so that we can understand what districts certain issues are happening in, so we can understand which areas are being proactive for different issues, whether it's sidewalk repair, street repair, whether it is non-emergency police reports, all different things we can actually measure and be more effective and more efficient because those reports are given then to the city manager and the council people.
And you are able to respond in multiple languages. You've got
we have language line. If we do have Spanish speaking on staff, but there's lots of different languages and dialects in our city. So that's another good question. If somebody calls in and we don't have the person who can interpret, we get on a service called Language Line, and they go ahead and we can get any language that we possibly have had called.
That is very good to know. Excellent. Thank you, Peggy.
It's nice to be here.
My guest today has been Peggy Heinemann, the One Call Center Manager for the City of Fresno. Remember, for information about the City of Fresno, help with any service, One Call does it all. Just dial 621 City, and Peggy and her team will be standing by ready to assist you. That'll do it for this edition of Fresno City Vision. Thanks so very much for joining me. I'm Heather Hanks, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.